Hey guys, how you doing? We're back for another review. This time a whiskey review, Canadian whiskey. Uh, Been looking forward to getting into this review. Um, been busy at work, so that's why I haven't really been uploading a lot lately. Even though I'm back from my hiatus, um, I've just finished 5 of 6 in a row, so I still got to work tonight. But then I'll finally have one day off, and then I'll be back to work again. But down the line, I'll have a lot of money in my bank account, so that'll be nice. But so I can buy more whiskey. But what we have here is Danfield's Private Reserve, 10-year-old. Okay. Um, Age 10 years, as I just said, and it says it's diamond filtered. More on that in a minute. It says on the back here, Danfield's Private Reserve Canadian whiskey is born and bred with drinkability, diamond filtered, and it is distilled by Williams and Churchill in Lethbridge, Alberta. They also do the Black Velvet, very famous Canadian whiskey. But I think this is a different company that's using the distillery for their stuff. I don't think it's the same company. So yeah, get right into it. Diamond filtering. Um, I think it's a bit of a marketing thing, honestly, in my opinion. If you've never heard of it before, you might be familiar with Crystal Head vodka. Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Head vodka, which is famous for being diamond filtered. And there's other vodkas that do that, and other spirits out there that claim diamond filtering. Um, Makes it sound very classy, doesn't it? Really does. I'm actually kind of surprised that Miller didn't use diamond filtering in their Miller Fortune, because they were really going for that sort of marketing gimmick of upper class, hip, slick kind of thing, right? But anyway, essentially it's just another way of saying this is the water and stuff is industrial filtered, like to an industrial level where all impurities are taken out, so you have a clean spirit, um, clean water, clean spirit, everything. Diamond filtering, if they use diamonds, I assume it's just industrial diamonds, so it's not actual expensive diamonds. And diamonds aren't the only thing used. Like a lot of whiskeys and stuff use charcoal filtering. A lot of vodkas use charcoal filtering. Other gems are used as well. They're very good. Gems, gemstones like rubies and diamonds and stuff like that are very, I guess, chemically neutral. So they're not going to impart anything into the actual liquids themselves. They're very good at like basically micro scrubbing shit out, from what I understand. So, but honestly, diamond filtering, it looks really good on your packaging, doesn't it? I mean, look at that. That's a nice bottle. That's a nice bottle. Pretty slick packaging. Not overstated or anything like that, though. It just looks very classy. Looks like a lot of Canadian label designs these days. Very similar to a lot of them. So, just look at it. All right. So yeah, it's a pretty much a spot-on amber color, lighter amber, not as quite as dark. Uh, Pretty good legs on the side there. They look fairly viscous. Yeah, we'll go right to the aroma here. Getting quite a bit of rye spice right up front. Rye, a little bit of a ginger kick to it. A little bit of wood in the back, not a lot. I believe it's just bourbon barrels this is aged in. Doesn't say. Gotta assume probably American white oak. Yeah, ginger, rye, a little bit of wood, a little bit of butterscotch. Not quite as sweet as it sort of smells like standard go-to flavors for Canadian whiskey, like just in a general way, but not as sweet. You'll find a lot more Canadian whiskeys tend to be a bit sweeter on the nose and a little less in the spice category. This one's more spicy, a little less sweet. That butterscotch kind of component that you find in a lot of Canadian whiskeys is a little bit muted here. All right, cheers. We're going to go right to the taste. Mm. Warm going down. Um, there's no big burn hitting the gag reflex or anything. Um, it is warm going. I forgot to mention it's 40 proof or 80 proof, 40%. Duh. Pretty much standard Canadian, standard everything, pretty much everywhere. So it's not a cask strength kind of thing, but yeah, the heat from the alcohol, warm and going down, but it's not hitting the gag reflex. It's not hot in the actual mouth. Body's fairly thick, pretty solid medium body to it. Mm. And right off front, tasting that rye spice. Nice little bit of rye note on there. Again, a little bit of ginger, a little bit of honey. I dare say a little bit of tobacco coming out of it, and some sort of a citric note, like almost orange, almost a little bit of orange. I'm getting a little bit of that butterscotch, but again, this is definitely not as sweet as a lot of Canadian whiskeys on the market tend to be. Um, Very interesting. Finishes kind of tobacco-y and a little bit of wood coming up. Hmm, not bad, not bad at all. Um, Drinking on this, it's not overly it's like not especially complex or anything like that. It's not one of those ones that you sip on and get all kinds of stuff out of it. I've already had this before with water. Water doesn't really do much. Actually, just kind of kills a lot of. Excuse me, it kills a lot of the flavor. For me, anyway, I found it did. Didn't really open it up much at all. So probably don't want to add water to this. The thing about this one is it's got a really nice spiciness to it. Um, it's like a lot of standard Canadian whiskeys. This is like a standard Canadian whiskey, like your Crown Royals, um, your Canadian Clubs, so the baseline ones, but amped up. More flavor, more spiciness, definitely more rye prominent in this. I don't know. I wish I knew. Should have did a bit more research. I wish I knew how much rye is actually used in this, if there's any at all. I mean, I seem to be tasting rye in it, so I assume there must be some in there. Um, but yeah, very nice, very very nice. It's not a mind-blowing, spectacular drinking experience by any means. But if you want something a little bit better than Canadian Club, a little bit more adventurous than Crown Royal, um, this is a good one to go for. Well priced, like a lot of Canadian whiskeys tend to be. It's around. I think I paid 27, somewhere between $27 and $29, something like that, for the 750. Don't quote me on that though. I might be remembering the wrong bottle. But yeah, Danfield's Private Reserve, very very nice. It's not anything special, but it's like really solid and a bit bigger than your Crown Royals and your Canadian clubs and stuff like that. So it's a bit more of a classy, interesting one to have if you're having friends over or whatever, and you want something better than just your standard Canadian whiskey that you have sitting in your cabinet. I will give this a. I'll go B plus. Yeah, B plus. Danfield's Private Reserve, 10 years old, B plus. Cheers, guys. We'll see you later. Bye bye.